everyone, I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and today we have a Noreen's Kitchen Basic homemade cream of chicken soup. This is so easy you won't even believe it, and once you know how this is done, you're not going to find yourself reaching for that can of cream soup very often at all, because this is so simple. You already probably have what you need on hand to make it, and it's going to make a lovely warm winter supper or light lunch, or in my case, I'm going to be using this to round out a casserole that I'm making. So let's go see how we make homemade cream of chicken soup. Okay, we're just going to quickly go over the ingredients. This is such a simple procedure that you won't find yourself reaching for canned cream of soup anymore. Today we're making cream of chicken, and we are not going to add meat to this because I'm going to use this in a casserole today. And if you want to use a little bit of chopped up chicken from when you cooked your broth, then go for it. And then you can use that as a main course or something. But we're starting with 4 cups of homemade chicken stock. Now, like I said, I'm making a casserole, so I needed to cook off some chicken for the casserole. So I did that with some water, a handful of carrots, some celery, a little bit of onion. I have a video on how to make chicken stock. I strained it, took all the meat out, shredded the meat, and this is what is left. I took 4 cups of that chicken stock, and that's what we're going to use as the base of our cream of chicken soup. We're going to thicken it by using a bit of a roux. We're going to need equal parts of flour and butter, so I have a 1/4 cup each of all-purpose flour and regular butter. We're going to use some heavy cream. I'm going to start out by using about a cup, and then we're going to go from there and see how it tastes. I'm going to season this up with a little poultry seasoning, some salt and pepper, and that's it. Super simple. You probably have all the things you need to make this on hand at home. You can even use box stock. You don't even have to worry about making your own. No big deal. But this is how you make really quick cream of chicken soup. If you find that you don't have any, you don't want to run to the store, or maybe it's not in your budget right now, but you may have the things you need already on hand. You can even pull this off with a little chicken bouillon dissolved up in the water. So it's all good. No worries. We're going to go over to the stove and we're going to start building this. Alright, I got my butter going and I melted it already, and it maybe got a little bit brown, but that's okay. That's just going to add a little more richness and deepness of flavor. I'm going to add my flour in here, and I just now turned the burner back on. I was afraid that that was going to totally scorch the butter, but it's all good. Now, you want to make sure that when you're making a roux that you totally want to cook, you want to cook your butter and your flour a little bit, because you don't want this, you want all the flour granules to be cooked. You don't want it to have a pasty flavor, and if you don't cook it, then that's what's going to happen. So just let it bubble for a second or two, like 30 seconds. Once you can smell a nutty flavor, then you'll know that you're ready to proceed. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add part of my chicken stock, like half of it. And I'm just going to continue to stir with my whisk until it thickens up. Now you can see, this took just a minute, really. It's starting to thicken up visibly. And when it does that, you know that the flour has started to completely absorb all of that stock and thicken it up. Now I'm going to add the remainder of my stock, and we're just going to cook this until it becomes thick again and it starts to bubble a little, and when that happens I'll bring you right back. Alright, it has thickened up nicely. Now if you get to this point and you feel like your soup isn't thick enough for your preference, you can always make a little slurry with a little bit more flour and water and pour it in there just a little bit at a time until you reach the proper thickness. Or you can shake a little bit of Wonder flour in there. If you don't know what that is, I'll show you what that is. That's this. This is a granulated flour that's specifically made for gravies and sauces. And this you can put into a hot liquid. You don't need to, don't put it into boiling liquid because it will lump. But you can just put it into hot liquid and it will make it thicken up nicely. So you can see that this isn't like the thickness of bechamel sauce. That's not what you're going for. You're going for a nice, smooth, but creamy texture. And when you put it on the back of the spoon and run your finger through it, then it will not run back together, and that's where you want it. Now, I'm going to switch back to my whisk, and I'm going to turn the heat just to medium-low, and I'm going to whisk in about a cup of heavy cream. That's a half a pint, because we are making cream of chicken soup after all. Just get your whisk in there. I'm going to taste it because my stock was nicely seasoned, so I don't want to over salt this. I do want to taste it though.
It's nice.
I think it's perfect.
Yes, I think it's perfect.
I don't think I need to add anything else to it, actually. So that's how I'm going to go for that. You can choose to add more salt, more pepper. I put poultry seasoning in my stock, so I'm not going to add any more. I'm going to scoop up a bowl for you, or cup, and then I'll meet you back over at the counter so you can see one last look at this. Alright, there you have it. Delicious homemade cream of chicken soup. Like I said, eat this for dinner or lunch. Take it to work with you for lunch, or do what I'm doing, and I'm going to use this to make my casserole with. This is really, really good. If you like my cream of mushroom soup that I did a couple of years back, then you're going to love this cream of chicken soup. I'm not kidding. It's so delicious. It's creamy. It's warming. It has all those delicious flavors that you could ever ask for, and you're going to love it.
And winter's coming.
And winter is coming indeed. Jon Snow. So I hope you give this homemade cream of chicken soup a try. I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!